This is tutorial number 157, and it covers how to use the Freeform feature within SOLIDWORKS. Now to start off, let's open up a new part file. Let's click File, click New, click Part, click OK. So what we're going to be doing is covering the Freeform feature, and what the Freeform feature does is when you have a surface, you're able to click on a face and manipulate the points on that face, and it's going to do that to the part. So you're able to rise points and pull them back into the face, so you're able to bring parts up, bring parts down, and it's a really fun tool. It lets you be creative and just manipulate and play around with it as much as you want. So to start off, let's just make a cube. So let's click Sketch, click Rectangle, click the front face, and that guy's a little bit too small, so let me pull him out. And we're just going to have a square. And just extrude it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. So what we're going to be doing is with this cube, we're going to play with the freeform, and we're going to be selecting a face and manipulating the points on that face, and it's not going to be a flat surface anymore. It's going to have peaks and valleys and whatever it is that we want to put in. So let's click Tools, or sorry, Insert, click Feature, click Freeform. So now we have this face is selected, and you're able to do a couple selections down here. The mesh density, the more you increase it, the more grid lines you're going to see. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Just leave it at whatever setting it was. If you click here, you can see zebra stripes, and the zebra stripes are going to allow you to see when you do put in curves and play around with it. It's going to be able to, you're going to be able to see more what's going on, how the curves are reacting and whatnot. So let's leave that on. So to start off, what we're going to have to do is we're going to add a curve. So click Add Curves, and you're just going to make a line. Now let's say we want to make a line here, so let's just put it right here. And if we click Add Curves again, and if we click our line, you're going to see that we have two arrows. Now these arrows are going to be like our little anchoring points. So if we click and hold, we're able to move that around, and you're able to see the curve move with it. So when you click on it, you're going to get a triad, and that's what we have here. You're able to either just move it straight up and down, towards you, away, and this is just like your X and Y axis. So if you click the center, you can move it around anywhere. If you click the arrow, it limits you to that one axis. So you're able to play around with this guy here, and let's say you want to play around with this guy here. You just grab him and just drag him around. Click OK, and now you can see that we have some peaks and valleys. Now if we go back into the freeform and click Edit Feature, and let's turn on the zebra stripes again just so we can see the curves. Let's add another line. So let's click Add Curve, and let's add one up here. Now let's click Add Curve again to deselect it, and let's click on the line, and let's play around with some of these points again. So let's bring this guy way up here, and let's just move this guy out there. And let's click OK, and you can see again that we're playing around with these surfaces, pulling them around and just manipulating them however way we want. Now if we go back in again, if you've noticed on these lines, all that we've had so far is two anchoring points. Now we can add points to it, so let's click, we already have that line there, so let's click this line and let's click Add Point, and if you put the cursor along the line, as you can see, it's going to have a red dot, and wherever you put it, that's going to be another anchoring point, and we'll put another one there. So now we have 4 anchoring points in total. Now let's click Add Points. So now we can select these guys and we can manipulate them too. So now on this one line we have 4 anchoring points. Click OK. And if we go back into the freeform again, you're able to do it to the other line too. You can add as many as you want. It's all up to you. The more you have, the more control you have. So let's choose another face now, let's choose this face here, click Insert, and click Freeform. And let's add 3 lines here. Now, the one thing with Freeform is that to get good at it and to get the results you want, you just have to play around with it. The more you play around with it, the better you're going to be with it, and the more in control you're going to be with your part. So I'm going to click this guy here. I'm just going to pull that one in, pull this one out. Click this line here, pull that guy up, and I'll pull that guy down. And I'm going to click this line here, pull this guy down, and pull this guy up. Click OK, and you can see again some more peaks and valleys and just controlling the surface. So if you have an object or a surface or just something that you want to make, you don't really know how, you can't really see a way by just using basic tools such as these, as the loft, the extrude, and the sweep. If you make the basic shape and then start playing around with the freeform and just the points, you can call like the anchor points, the contact points, where it's actually going to make a difference. You can start pulling those points, playing around with them until you get a shape that you want. So the freeform shape lets you be creative, it lets you make a unique shape, and it gives you a lot of flexibility to play around with. So really, the more you play around with it, the better you'll get with it, and it just takes practice to kind of get the results that you would want with a freeform. And that concludes our tutorial on how to use the freeform feature within SOLIDWORKS.